It's like super put together. Hey, get out of here, friends. Get out of here, friends. Offline. There we go. Yeah, she's being super dickish. Oh, that's a relief. He's the youngest, but really my patience don't extend so far. He's an adult. It's about time he stopped with these childish games. Games? What exactly do you mean? Oh, you know, play acting, posturing. I'm sure you've had quite enough of it, having spent just one day with him. And you know, it gets all the worse when he's trying to impress a pretty lady. As if any decent woman would be halfway fooled, much less seduced by that childish twaddle. It's like a peacock strutting around, sticking his tail feathers in the face of a hen. Ridiculous for civilized folk. I don't really understand what's going on, but I feel really embarrassed anyway. Yeah. Who could possibly fall for that? Where's KUYA? Is he okay? Oh, he's fine. As soon as I found out he'd left for Mount Needle, I went off to bring him back. He's really not suited for a place like this. Did you say he wanted you to take him to Starlight City? For the council? Well, that makes sense. He's always been jealous that I get to serve as Moonforce representative and not him. But there's a reason he's never chosen for that task. He just isn't ready for the responsibility, and really this little escapade proves that. Did he honestly believe the council would accept him as an ambassador of the Moonforce simply because he was the first to get there? What a ridiculous notion. Really, he might have died if you weren't here to protect him. I must thank you for keeping our dear little KUYA safe. Wait, so is KUYA really a great hunter, or great hunter? Oh, that's amazing. You poor thing. He told you nothing of the truth, did he? Let me bring you up to speed. Where to even start? Oh no. It must be obvious that our dear KUYA has some real delusions of grandeur. The great hunt and its sacred hunters, all that is part of legend, passed down amongst Moonforesters for generations. It's a story for children. An exciting story, certainly, but that's all it is. The great hunters may be based on real historical figures, but even so, such barbaric animal slaughter with no regard for the balance of nature? It's long been a thing of the past. We Moonforesters have moved far beyond that now. I suppose it's our own fault, being so secretive with our ways, that outsiders don't know how we really are. I don't blame you for believing KUYA's tall tales of mystical ruffians. But they are pacifists. We're a pacifist kingdom now. Our laws focus on a coexistence with the forest that is ethical as well as spiritual, with a mind for conservation. We chose to stay isolated in order to keep the forest a closed and balanced system with no outside influences to muck things up. We've managed to bring several native moonforest species back from the brink of extinction, you know. I just stand there letting the flood of words wash over me. I'd like to say none of it makes sense, but sadly it makes more sense than anything KUYA's told me. Kara seems to notice that I'm staring at her blankly and flashes me an apologetic smile. Oh, I do hope I haven't been prattling on. I get so excited when I think about Moonforce achievements. I wish outsiders knew more about us. Maybe I'll bring it up at the council this year. All in all, you should know that KUYA's behavior does not represent us. He's probably told you all kind of stories of his violent deeds. He said he tore the throat out of a wolf drake for his first kill when he was a baby? That he once leveled an entire forest of trees with his bare claws? First kill, preposterous. We haven't celebrated such things in Moonforce for hundreds of years. And the little bit about leveling trees, that's from The Tale of Moonbeam, a children's fable. Not being a Moonforester, you wouldn't have heard of it, but most of us grew up with it. KUYA was always especially enthralled with childish tales of heroism. It's rather sad, actually. Thank God we fought the boar. Yeah, seriously. He's modeled himself after these fictional heroes because he wants to feel big and powerful, I suppose. He was always the runt of the family and was never given much to do around the palace. It's not that I don't sympathize, mind you, but enough is enough, wouldn't you agree? I can't believe he was wearing that ridiculous warrior getup out here on a freezing mountain. It's bad enough when he wears it to family dinners, but at least there's only embarrassing. Here he's likely to catch cold. How do I know you're telling the truth? It really looked like someone kidnapped him. Maybe you're just telling me this so I stop trying to find him. Didn't you beat him up? Where is he? Yeah, exactly. Where is he now anyway? My dear, KUYA did not want to leave your side, but I really didn't want to humor him any longer. He fought me tooth and claw, but I was determined to release you from his burden. Of course, he isn't strong enough to stand a chance against me, so his struggling was rather pointless. If it isn't painfully clear right now... If it isn't painfully clear by now, little KUYA couldn't slay a fly. Eventually, I did have to bind his wrists because he kept clawing at the poor trees, trying to get away. Do you know how bad that is for the environment? Can we romance the mussels? You mean Karo? Can we romance his sister? I don't know. I don't think so. He did manage to slip away and run off into the woods a moment ago, but I can't imagine he's gotten far. I was about to go looking for him, but then I ran into you. She doesn't seem worried at all that KUYA's lost on the mountain again. The only thing Karo seems to have an opinion on with her brother is that they're both... have in common with her brother is that they're both super condescending. Well, I'm gonna find him. You stay here and wait. I don't need your help to bring him back safely. I don't care if you think he's ridiculous. He's my friend and I care about him, and I want to be the one that makes sure he's okay. That's fine with me, my dear. I'm quite exhausted from hauling him around all morning, and I wouldn't mind letting you take over for now. But tell me, now that you know the truth about him, are you really all that surprised? It's adorable that you care about him, but did you ever truly believe that he was the great hunter he said he was? I only asked to satisfy my curiosity, mind you. I know you're an outsider, but surely you weren't silly enough to be fooled. I mean, I feel like we had our doubts. And I like that the option isn't like, yeah, I wasn't fooled. But it's not like, it's like, there's no reason, like, you're being a bitch. Yeah, everything he's told me is a lie, but he's my friend still. He's probably naked again. Any relative with bigger muscles will work, I'm not picky. Are we being nice, or are we being nicer, I guess? Yeah, there's no reason. Not saying KUYA was never immature, but you shouldn't write him off so quickly. It seems to me that he acts that way because you all made him feel like he has to. Like that's the only way you'd ever think he was worth anything. KUYA's not just a runt. He's brave and imaginative and sweet in his own strange way. If you just give him a little attention, you'd see that. Hey now, that's uncalled for. You know nothing of what it's like in our family home. For all you know, we lavish attention and love on KUYA, and he still acts like a brat. Maybe that's true, but you can't deny that KUYA acts that way because he just wants someone to believe in him for once. I don't care if KUYA's a great hunter or not. I believe in him anyway. It's only when I say it out loud that I realize I really do believe in KUYA, in spite of it all. I turn away and stride into the forest without giving Karo a chance to respond. It's up to me to find KUYA and bring him back safe. It doesn't take long to find him. It's not snowing, so his footprints are left uncovered. There, leaning against a boulder, with his wrists bound and his head bowed, is KUYA. I approach him carefully and place a hand gently on his shoulder. I expect him to be angry, to give me some lecture about how it's important for a lowly outsider not to lay a hand on a hunter prince. Instead, he looks at me with tears in his eyes. He doesn't bother trying to hide them now. I guess you talked to my sister, huh? She told you everything? Yeah, she did. Is it all true? It is, all of it. I'm so sorry I lied to you. I wanted you to think I was somebody. I want everyone to think that, even though I'm not. Just the run of the family, the one no one wanted. I read those old stories about Moonforce in the olden days, and I thought there'd be nothing better than being a great hunter like that. If I went on a hunt, I'd probably get killed in the first night. Good thing it's not real then, huh? Haha. Yeah. Guess I thought maybe coming out here would make me stronger. Might even slay a beast and win the respect of my people, just like the hunters of the old days. On a shoulder wear, it's all spikes, it's true. Or at least I'd sneak off to Starlight City for the council even though they'd never let me attend. Maybe I could prove to them I'm ready for it. But when I met you, I realized you are brave and strong, and I'm nothing like you. But because I'm bigger than you can tell how weak I really am. You actually thought I was a tough guy. No one's ever thought I was anything but a runt, no matter how much I tried to pretend. I got so carried away. KUYA. Can you believe it? I actually met a real hero, someone worthy of being a great hunter. And I acted like a mean-spirited, arrogant fool, and ruined it. No better than my stupid brothers and sisters. Can you ever forgive me? I feel like both of these are pretty good. Like, I think he has to do better. Wow, compliments, but he has been a nice boy. Of course. I'm glad you're telling me the truth now, and I get it. Sometimes I call myself a knight, even though I'm not yet, because it makes me feel better. It's okay to want something more than you are. You took it a little farther than me, but I understand what it's like to need to puff yourself up. But he owes you dinner. Yeah. I'm glad I know the real you, though. I like him better. He's nicer. Rosemary, you're too good. I don't deserve to be forgiven so easily. But you know, since I saw you fight the Razorback, I've been sort of head over heels for you. I was wondering why you were acting so different all of a sudden, and I hoped that was the reason. Really, Goddess, how did I ever get lucky enough to meet you? Oh, he's so cute. Believe it or not, I feel lucky to have met you too. Pretty sweet in your own way. Crow doesn't know what a good brother she has. You know, I think you should call yourself a real knight. Or get to call yourself a real knight. I can't imagine anyone being better at it than you. KUYA looks at me with that big cute puppy-like smile of his. Aw, he's a cutie. I just can't help it anymore. I lean in and kiss him. This is the first time I've ever kissed anyone. I'm glad it's with him. With the snow swirling around us, he's an oasis of warmth. KUYA leans into me, and I put my arms around him, drawing him close. Please, don't take me back to Karo yet. I want to stay like this for as long as possible. His hands were bound the whole time. Yes. Let's stay here forever then. Feel the hard muscles on his chest and arms, rubbing them gently with my bare hands. It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm so glad I get to do this. Moonforcers must all be huge. If a guy as beefy as this could be considered weak. I don't care about that, though. KUYA's perfect to me. I feel the scrape of his sharp teeth on my lips. He's being really gentle. There's something intoxicating about being so close to those huge fangs, knowing they would never hurt me. Force him to kiss us. He seems pretty into it. The great hunter, so strong and fierce. Well, close enough. I reach up to touch his hair. My hand brushes against one of his horns. He moans softly. I guess that must be a sensitive spot. KUYA, feels silly to say this out loud, but do you remember when I accidentally touched your chest? Of course I do. It's hard for me to forget. Me too. Well, I was thinking, since I got to touch yours, it's only fair you get to touch mine. I mean, if you want to. I'd love to, but I can't. Oh. Is it a Moonforcer rule or something? No, his hands. No, it's because my wrists are tied up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I almost completely forgot. It's okay, I like it. Come on. Goodness, should I leave them tied then? Okay, bye. Unfortunately, our time together gets cut short by an unwelcome appearance, stomping through the trees to find us. Yeah, seriously guys, get a room. Oh no. What is that? Is it Karo? Worse. The Razorback! With his bloody eye and deadly tusks, has found us again. Damn, go to dinner first. No, this game escalates from like 0 to we've had sex twice in like 30 seconds. I take out my dagger and slice open KUYA's bindings. It would have been fun to leave them on, but that time's passed. I slide my greatsword out of its sheath. There aren't a lot of visible escape routes, but maybe I can hold this thing off